Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. Let's start off by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Achai Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and Shalom to the elect. Okay, this morning I was listening to this audiobook entitled The Club of Rome by Dr. John Coleman, and he goes into these different secret societies, mainly the Club of Rome, and the different plans and objectives of these wicked elites. Okay, of course, of the nation of Edom, and one of their plans is population control. Okay, which he goes into, and that they go. A lot of them follow a certain theory called the Malthusian theory. Okay, and that's what we're gonna go into. I found this information interesting, so I, decided to share it. All right, so we're gonna go into the definition of this theory, the Malthusian theory, which was started by this individual called Thomas Malthus. Okay, and it reads here: Malthus is best known for the theory of population he presented in his essay on population, first published in 1798. According to Malthus, population increases geometrically, while the food supply increases arithmetically. In other words, population always outgrows the supply of food, meaning that poverty and social unrest were inevitable. Okay, so according to his his thought process, since the population is always going to outgrow the supply of food, agricultural resources, it's eventually going to lead to poverty and social unrest, violence and, chaos and disorder. So he says here, war, famine, and disease, therefore, were useful hindrances to unwanted population growth. Okay? So he's saying that basically war, famine, and disease are necessary, for unwanted population growth. Okay? And that's the mindset of the wicked elites of the Edomites. Okay? You had this guy, Henry Kissinger, I believe it was him. He said that he compared the masses of the people as useless eaters. Okay? And matter of fact, he's one of the members of the Club of Rome. You know, so yeah, they have no regard for life. Okay, they only care about themselves. Okay, and through their pride, they think that they're the only ones that deserve to live and that they're gonna live on forever. Okay, so they a lot of them believe in this theory. Okay, so Esau is going to bring war, famine, and disease, and he's done this before. The past wars, World War I, World War II. These wicked elites, they're behind them. Okay, as well as World War III. Okay, famine. There's been man-made famine before, and what he's bringing in is actually going to be a man-made famine. Okay. Okay, the famine that's coming is going to be a man-made, and also it says disease. All right, and Esau has this institution called the C to the D to the C, the center of to the this E is a control. Okay, and that's all in order to bring chaos. Okay, chaos and death, really. Just to bring death. Okay, in order to control the population. Okay, which also goes into the Georgia Guidestone. Okay, I was reading upon that earlier. Okay, let me go into it. Okay, in those guy stones that they set up, we believe the wicked elite set that up. There's certain commandments, so-called commandments, and one of them is to keep the population at a certain amount. Okay, so like yeah. Okay, so we're gonna read here. Okay, the inscription read. Okay, so here there's 10 of them. Okay, 10 inscription. You know, it says maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Okay, so they're trying to keep a certain amount of. It says maintain, so they're trying to keep a certain amount of people living on the earth, so it can somewhat balance with with the resources. But that's all lies, man. Really, what he's trying to do is have control over, uh, you know, these 500 million people. Just trying to have control over the world and the people in it, and hoard up all the resources for themselves. Okay, right? You know, Esau, he's a niggard. Okay, he's not here to share. Okay, he's trying to keep everything for himself. Okay, that's why it says he coveteth his fields and takes them by violence. Okay, there's also a scripture that says that he coveteth greedily all the day long. Okay, matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real quick. Okay, covet, greed. This is Proverbs 21 and 26. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. Okay. He coveteth greedily all the day long, right? It's speaking of the wicked. Okay. So that's what this a lot of these wicked elites they believe in, man. Okay, this Malthusian theory. Okay. And they're gonna bring, these calamities in order to, fulfill their goals. Okay, controlling the population. You have this guy, Bill, the gates of hell. Bill, uh, he was talking. He did a TEDx talking about population control, you know, and using syringes, to control the population. You know, that's their goals in motion. Okay. Like I said, they're trying to have full control of the world. And one thing that's going to help them establish this full control is implementing the MOTB. Okay. Let's get that real quick. Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast is speaking of his system, the New World Order. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so he's putting his plans in motion. Okay, and whoever is not with his plans, okay, they're gonna be killed, man. Okay, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. So once again, his goal is to have a one world order and make it that if you want to function in this society, you're gonna have to go along with his plans, which is taking the M to the O to the T to the B. Okay. So I also I downloaded the PDF of the book. I'm gonna read a little. There's a couple passages that I found interesting. Okay. Um, It says here the COR, which is the Club of Rome's policy, is fewer and fewer people consuming less and less and requiring less services by whatever means. You see that? Okay, so they're all into controlling the population of the world. Okay, and you had this guy, um, what's his name? Klaus Schwab saying, "You will own nothing and be happy." Okay, so their policy is fewer and fewer people consuming less and less and requiring less services by whatever means. Okay, by whatever means. Okay, so to them, war, famine, and disease is a necessary evil. Okay, and they're going to push that evil. They're going to bring them. Okay, and that's the power that Yahweh Shem Shah has given them, because it says in Revelation 6 that it was given unto him a great sword. Okay, okay, and that he was set up to take peace from the earth. This is Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and it's speaking of Esau Edom. Okay, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and that there was given unto him a great sword. Right, and these wicked elites, they have the power, okay, to bring forth famine, wars, uh, uh, you know, epidemics. You know, I mean, they showed it through history, man. They showed it through history. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, these different world wars, they're behind them. Okay, an example of an epidemic was the one that just happened recently, a couple years ago. Okay, the COVID-19. Okay, they are behind that. Okay, and they seen the reaction of the people. They were able to establish certain decrees. Um, yeah, in Montreal, you had a curfew in Montreal. Um, even from Montreal to Ottawa, there you weren't allowed to go unless you had reasons, man. Okay, so they were able to try certain things, and that was man made. Okay, and that was only a trial run. Okay, once again, when all hell breaks loose, okay, uh, Esau's gonna show his horns, man. Okay, this is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, okay, the deceiver Esau Edom, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." Okay, and he's going to go all in to establish his new world order. Okay, and part of his war order is to control the population. Okay, reduce the population. Okay, so the Lord has given him a certain power, um, where he's going to use it to kill. Okay, we read it was given unto him a great sword. So back to the PDF. Um, it reads here, it emerged very clearly from Club of Rome meetings that its main purpose and objective was to retard industrial development, hold back scientific research, depopulate cities, especially the formerly industrialized cities of North America. Okay, so that's in their plans. Okay, that's they're with that, man. Okay, move population to rural areas. Okay, and that's something the brother Chaim Napash often spoke about. Okay, how they're trying to push people. I guess more trying to centralize people, if that makes sense. Put them more into outside of uh, the main cities. Really outside of take them out of the borders and push them more central. Of the country, so they can have control. They have better control, and you know um have have better yeah, have better control on people, man. Okay, you know so I'm gonna read that again. It says move population to rural areas. Okay. Um, it says call the population of the world by at least 2 billion people. Okay, but according to the Georgia Guidestone, they're trying to bring it down to more than 2 billion because we're about 8 billion right now. Okay, and the Georgia Guidestone says 500 million. Okay, the point is they're trying to destroy by slaughter to reduce the population. Okay, and ultimately to move them to rural areas. Okay. Oh, and you had this I think it's in Saudi Arabia where they have this. Oh, it's called. Okay, and that's an example of how they're trying to build future cities. Yeah, the line Saudi Arabia. Okay, you see how it's okay. It's still going by the waters, but it's in a deserted place. Okay, you see that? Let's read about it. It says the line is a linear smart city under construction in Saudi Arabia. It says the cities anticipate a population of 9 million, 25% of Saudi Arabia's current population of 35.5 million. That's crazy. Okay, how they're trying to force all these people, or really put all these people in this specific area. Okay, and there was also talks of 15-minute cities. You know, it's all part of controlling the masses. Have them in a specific area where you want them, where you can, have your eyes on them. Okay, and with the MOTB, okay, it's going to be easier to have control over the people. So next one, it says prevent reorganization of political forces who oppose CRR plans. All right, we just read. So whoever goes against this the system or the image of the beast is going to be killed. Okay. Destabilize the United States through massive layoffs and loss of jobs and class and racial wars. Okay, so that proves that they are behind, uh, the unemployment. Okay, the different wars. Creating conflicts. Okay, once again, one of their motto is ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. They create the chaos by, creating famines, unemployments, uh, inflation, hyperinflations. You know, um, false flags. Create conflict between nations. They are behind that. Okay, and that brings that destabilizes a society. Okay, but they try to bring order out of the chaos. Okay, destroy capital incentive through high interest rates and high capital gains taxes. Okay, you know, and the more things are expensive, the harder it is for people to, of course, to buy. Um, so there's say there's a lot more homeless people. Okay, There's a lot more homeless people due to the housing crisis. Okay, and that's only going to increase, man. Okay, so they have here's a list of some of the members of the COR. Like I mentioned earlier, there you go. You have Henry Kissinger here. Okay, you have also Avril Harman. Okay, and when you read this guy, you read up about this guy. He was one of the men that was behind the NATO, okay, institution, the Marshall Plan, and also there's another one. Matter of fact, let's go to it. So, sorry, man. Right, the central bank, he was behind that. Okay, we'll just read this part. Okay, I was reading that earlier. It said William Averell Harriman, which his last name sounds like an Amalekite. Okay, I was trying to find if he was Amalekite. I couldn't really find, but he sounds like his last name sounds like an Amalekite. Okay, regardless, he's an Edomite. Okay, it says as well as a core member of the group of foreign policy elders known as the Wise Men. Okay, and it says concerning these wise men, it says they also helped to craft institutions and initiatives such as NATO, the World Bank, and the Marshall Plan. Okay, and like I said, he's a member of that group, man. Okay, so he's one of them elites. You know, he's part of that those those uh those wicked elites, man. The book identifies six people who were important foreign policy advisors to U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, to Lyndon Johnson, and influential in the development of Cold War era policy, foreign policy for America. Right. So once again, they how you say move the the pieces on the chessboard. Okay. It says you see William Haverhill Harriman, you got other men, Dean Hasherson, Charles E. Bolin. Okay, but this guy was a prominent force. Okay, the group comprised two lawyers, two bankers, and two diplomats. Okay, okay, and one of their theory once again is that Malthusian theory. Okay, another passage I was reading. Maybe I'll do a. I'm gonna read more on this book, Lord willing, and then Lord willing do a lesson. There's a lot of good information, man. Okay. But there was another passage I was reading about the Malthusian. Just write it. It says here, any head of a nation who accepts the cult of the Club of Rome's Malthusian policies, which simply stated means that only a few must benefit at the expense of the many, has doomed himself and his people to 1,000 years of slavery. Okay, under Malthusian restraints, no nation can expand or grow because if it does, it will use up the natural resources that the Club of Rome says belong to the few, the ruling class. Okay, such a nation is doomed to perish because the evil influences that follow such a policy cannot survive by survive in the latter day. Okay. So once again, this is their this is part of their philosophy. Okay. The Malthusian theory. Okay. Population always outgrows the supply of food, meaning that poverty and social unrest were inevitable. War, famine, and disease, therefore, were useful hindrances to unwanted population growth. You see, and that's really It's a vain ideology. It's a vain doctrine. It's for the unbelievers, for the unfaithful. Okay, because Yahweh Bashmi Al will always provide for His people. Okay, there's never gonna be a shortage of food for his elect. We know in the kingdom, Israel is gonna be as the sand of the sea. So is the Lord. You know, the Lord's gonna provide, man. Because there's not gonna be no Malthusian theory in the kingdom, or because Israel is innumerable, then we have to keep doing war. Okay, this is like I said, it's vain. Okay. Also, the scriptures tell you that the Lord makes it rain on the just and the unjust. Okay. Okay, it's not because the population is too high that the Lord can't provide, man. Okay, I'm gonna bring that out. Matthew 5 and verse 45, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Okay, the Lord brings the rain, for the crops. Matter of fact, in before, like on the 6th year of the sabbatical year, the Lord made sure we had 3 years of supply of food for the sabbatical year. Okay, I'm gonna bring that information. So Leviticus 25. There you go. Leviticus 25 and verse 19. And the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill and dwell therein in safety. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow nor gather in our increase, because you're supposed to have a land Sabbath. Okay. See, another reason why they come up with these wicked doctrines, okay, these vain doctrines, is because they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, that's it, man. Okay, they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, so the law, the land is cursed, man. Okay, there's no increase. Okay, they're supposed to keep a land Sabbath. Okay, it says here, verse 21, then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years. You see? So, the, the Lord always provides, man. He can provide. Okay? Verse 22, and ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat yet of old fruit until the 9th year, until her fruits come in, ye shall eat of the old store. Okay? Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 5 and verse 24. Neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, our power that giveth rain, both the former and the latter in his season. Okay, he reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. Right, the Lord gives rain for the harvest, for the crops. Okay. Okay. There's no need for there's not gonna need no uh Malthusian theory if things are in order, if the law, statutes, and commandments are fulfilled, man. Okay. Deuteronomy 11 and verse 13. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love the Lord your power, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give you the rain of your land in his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, and I will send grass in thy fields for thy cattle, that thou mayest eat and be full. Okay, there's not going to be no shortage, of supply of resources if you hearken to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, because He's the one that provides. These famines, they come because of disobedience, man. Okay, okay. So once again, that Malthusian theory is just a vain theory, man. Okay, of the wicked. Okay, of the unfaithful, of the unbeliever. War, famine, and disease, therefore, were useful hindrances to unwanted population growth. Let's go to Job. Job 15. Let's finish off with that. Job 15, verse 35. It says here, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. Okay, so they conceive mischief. Those are mischievous thoughts. Okay, and those are vain thoughts. Okay, and deceitful thoughts. Okay, of the wicked man, of the unfaithful. Okay, of the unbeliever. You know, that's why they delight in bloodshed and destruction. Okay, so kind of I wanted to touch on that. This Malthusian theory that these wicked elites they follow. Okay, Lord willing, this was edifying. So I'm going to finish out by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kudash. That belongs to the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. And shalom to the elect.